So hi everyone, welcome to the Essex Sport Facebook page. My name is Arlene. I'm just covering fitness yoga today with some slow flow yoga. It'll be a nice 30-minute session. Feel free to have a glass of water or drink nearby. I encourage you to just work at your own pace and take the different options that feel comfortable for you. You're welcome to take a break in child's pose at any time or just rest for a few moments. So just do the range of motions that feel comfortable for you today. Make sure you've got plenty of space, a yoga mat, or just make sure the floor isn't slippery. So see what feels right for you. Okay, great. So I'm going to start in a standing position. So if you come to stand comfortably on your mat and just stand with your feet about hip width apart, just notice how that feels, and we'll just very slowly start to rock forwards and backwards from your toes to your heels. So just notice how that feels today. Do you feel tension in your toes at all? Does it feel like the weight's kind of coming evenly towards your toes, or is it more towards your big toe than your little toe? So just check in and notice. Good, and we'll come to a stillness in the center and just notice how that feels. Good, and as an option you can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, and just take a moment to check in with your breath. So as you inhale, you might feel the hand on your belly start to fill with air, and you can feel the breath rise up to the hand on your heart. And when it's time to exhale, you might feel the breath relax from your heart down to the hand on your belly. So just take another round, grounding breath there. Check in with the breath. Long inhalation flowing from the hand on your belly up past your navel to the hand on your heart. And as you exhale, relaxing your hands away. Good, and if you just very slowly bring your chin to your chest, and we'll do a little gentle roll to the side, so you can slowly rotate your head. So you bring your right ear to your shoulder, then your left, and just notice how that feels on the side of your neck. Check in that your jaw feels relaxed, and I'll just do that at the range that feels comfortable for you. Good, lovely. And we'll come back to a stillness in the center with your chin in the center. Gently bring your head upright. Just give your shoulders a little shrug up to your ears. Roll your shoulders down your back, and just do that twice more at your own pace. And you might start to bring your elbows into this, or even bring your arms long in front of you. Good, and then we'll reverse. So again, option to bring your arms long, have your forearms crossed, or you might prefer to do that with bent elbows if that feels more comfortable. Okay, great, lovely. So give everything a little shake, and if you bring both arms up overhead, and just feel lightness, like your fingers are trying to touch the ceiling. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring your right arm forward, but your left arm comes behind you. And then slowly bring your arms up. So they're just moving in opposition. So stay in the same direction, exhaling, right arm forward, left arm behind, inhaling as they come up as an option. Just do the breathing pattern that feels comfortable for you. Good, so one more in this direction. And we'll stop when our arms are overhead again and do the opposite. So your left arm comes forward, right arm behind, lowering down, slowly lifting up. And just do that at your own pace. We'll do 2 more rounds, and check in as you stand here if you feel any tension in your knees at all. You might have a little bend in your knees, your feet still hip width apart, and just feel that weight evenly throughout your feet. Okay, great. So we'll come to relax our arms, give them a little shake. Great, and if you just stand again, just check in your feet about hip width apart. We'll inhale, bring your arms up overhead, and as you exhale, sit as if to chair, so your tailbone extends at an angle down, and let your arms reach up. So I'll just do a little side view for that. So inhaling up, exhale, relax your arms down. You might feel a little rock in your feet, which is a nice way to release the lower back. Okay, do one more round here. Lovely. Then gently open your arms out to the side. Okay, great. So if you come to stand with your feet hip width apart again, just check in with how that feels, and we'll do a little side bend next. So start with your arms out to the side. Inhale, let your palms touch, and when your fingers touch, imagine you're trying to kind of touch the ceiling with your fingers. Then as you exhale, take a little side bend over to your right. So you might feel your rib cage and your hips start to lengthen over to the left side. Keep your hips facing forward if that's comfortable. Inhale back to center, that sense of almost trying to touch the ceiling, and as you exhale, side bend over to the left. Good, back up to center, open your arms out to the side. Again, you can give everything a little shake. Okay, great. So we're going to stand now with our feet about the width of our hips still. I'm going to face the short edge of our mat. of my mat, and then step the right leg comfortably back. So your feet are about the width of your hips. Your hips are evenly facing forward. Good, bring your arms out to the side, and then gently bring your arms in front of you. They're about shoulder height. Bend your elbows and place your left elbow on top of your right, if that's comfortable, and the backs of your hands touch. If that's uncomfortable, you might remove the elbow on top and just have the backs of your hands touch with your forearms crossing. Good, so just see how that feels. You can come into it deeper by bringing the four fingers of your right hand to touch the palm of your left hand, the upper arm, or wrap around the thumb. So these are our eagle's arms. Just come into that as much as feels comfortable, so avoid any tension in your shoulder joints. And perhaps as you stay here, you might feel the breath in your back body, in your shoulder blades particularly. Good, check in with your feet. If it's uncomfortable at all, you can start to rotate your right leg out to the side from the thigh to turn your knee out and your toes are kind of out to the side, or have your feet parallel. Good, and then keep your arms as they are. Slowly bend your left knee, and you might kind of lean forward a little bit. A slight diagonal, and straighten your leg as you come back upright. So just do that twice more at your own pace. The left knee bends, and then slowly straighten once more. Good, lovely. And then straightening your leg, relax, undo your arms, keep your legs as they are. We'll bring our arms up overhead, about the width of your shoulders. Inhale again, exhale, bending your right knee. Just stay here for a few breaths. You might look up at your fingers to challenge your balance. You can even start to try to reach the fingers to the ceiling, and it becomes almost like a little upper back bend, but first feeling an upward lift of your rib cage away from your hips, your breastbones kind of lengthening up to the ceiling. Good, lovely. Then slowly relax your arms down, straighten your right leg. Keep your legs as they are, but just lift your right heel off the floor. Arms come overhead if that's comfortable. They might come in front of you, out to the side, or on your hips. Good, we're going to transfer the weight fully to our left foot. You can bend your knee a little bit to come to transfer that weight. Just have your right toes touching the floor behind you. We're going to come to hinge forward for a little balance. So you might just lift your toes off the floor, flexing your foot. If you want to come into that deeper, you can continue to hinge forward. Sorry, I'm losing my arms. I'll just take a little step back and just see how that feels for you. Good, so stop at any point. At maximum, you might have your chest parallel to the floor. If it's more comfortable, you can have your arms out to the side and relax your hands on your lower back. Whoa. So if that feels a bit intense, you can just don't come into it too deeply. Just stop wherever that's comfortable for your balance. Good. And when you're ready, imagine your toes are drawing forward and you slowly hinge back up. Lovely. Good. Relax your arms down. Step your feet again, hip width apart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend to your knees. Relax your arms down like we did earlier. Again, inhaling up. Exhale, relax through your shoulders, through your lower back. Once more. Lovely. Then we'll do the other side. From your hip width stance, step your left foot comfortably back, feet parallel, as if on train tracks. You might rotate from your thigh to turn your left leg out to the side. Slowly bring your arms in front of you. Then bend your elbows, and this time place your right elbow on top of your left. You could bring here, stay if that's comfortable, if it's intense, uncross your elbows. If you want more, four fingers of your left hand come around to the palm or the thumb of your right. Good, stay if that's comfortable. Breathe into your shoulder blades. And as you exhale, bend your right knee and just lean forward. So you're keeping a long spine and neck here. And just do that twice more. So as you inhale, straighten your leg. As you exhale, bend your right knee. And you kind of lean forward gently. Good, once more. Good, lovely. And we'll undo our arms as you straighten your leg. Let your arms float up towards the ceiling, shoulder width, and then gently exhale again, bend your right knee. Notice where your knee's tracking. It's quite nice to track your knee to the center of your foot. If you want to come into this deeper, you're welcome to step your legs wider, further apart. Good. Option to gaze upwards towards your fingers to challenge your balance. You might even take that into a little upper back. Good, one more breath here. We'll keep our arms overhead. Just start to straighten your right leg. Lift your left heel off the floor. Then we're going to shift the weight fully onto our right leg, so you might bend your knee to shorten your stance a little bit. Good, checking with how that feels. Then as you exhale, start to lean forward. Sometimes it's helpful to flex your foot and imagine your heel is lengthening. So just stop again at any point. You can come out of that at maximum, chest parallel to the floor. See where your arms are comfortable here for your balance. Good, so one more breath here. Come out at any time. Think about keeping your hips level. And then just imagine you're drawing your toes forward as you slowly hinge back up. Lovely. And then step your feet again, hip width apart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit as if the chair. Let your arms swing down. Do that twice more. Lovely. Good, really nice. Then open your arms out to the side. Okay, so we're going to step our left foot comfortably back. So your feet are, your legs are, or your hips are both facing forward. So have your left foot back comfortably. And just think about that rotation of our arms we did earlier at the start to warm up. So if you bring your arms up overhead, and then as you exhale, bring your left arm forward and your right arm behind you. And just do that same direction again. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm behind you. And once more. Good. So I have a little yoga brick nearby. You can do this with a stool as well, or with just your leg. But just to show as an option, I'm going to place the yoga brick next to my right foot. Okay. So do those same arms again. Bring your arms up overhead. Exhale. Bring your left arm forward, right arm behind you. But stop when your hands are shoulder height. Your arms are shoulder height. Turn your palms towards the right side. Good. So you can see the palms of my hands. And then just very slowly start to lean forward. So you're like I'm reaching my left fingertips forward. So just stop at any point here. If that becomes intense, you can bend your right knee. Okay. But if it's comfortable, you can continue hinging down. And here's where I can use the block. Maybe I place my left hand onto the block. If you want to come into that deeper without the block, you can continue hinging down. And again, so you can do that with a straight right leg or a bent knee. And maybe you're resting here with your forearm on your right thigh, the left forearm on your right thigh. So just come into that as much as comfortable. Check in with where you'd like to turn your head. So it's a nice little rotation for the spine. It's called a revolved triangle pose. Good. So one more breath here. Lovely. So to come out, reach your right fingertips behind you, slowly hinge back up. Good. Revolve your chest, your waist back forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Step your feet together. Give everything a little shake. Okay. So I'm just going to turn so you guys I can see you guys. But just feel free to step the other leg back at your own pace. Good. So when you're ready, start from hip width stance. Then exhale, step your right leg back, hips evenly facing forward. And we'll do those rotation of our arms. So arms come up overhead. Inhale, exhale, right arm forward, left arm behind. Slowly inhale, back up. 2 more rotations of your arms. Good. So come bringing your arms in all the directions. Lovely. So then arms up overhead. Bringing right arm forward, left arm behind. Stop when your arms are at shoulder height. Turn your palms to face towards the left side of your body. Slowly start to hinge forward like your right fingertips are trying to reach towards the floor. Stop at any point. Same options. Maybe like to bring that bend of your left knee at any time. If you don't have a block, you can bring your right forearm to your left thigh. If you're comfortable, keep your arms in a straight line, and you can use that. Any books or cushions for your fingertips. At maximum, bring your fingertips to the floor. So just come into that as much as feels comfortable. If it feels intense, you might look down. If you want to make the rotation deeper, you can look up towards your fingertips of your left hand. Good. So one more breath here. Lovely. So think about reaching your left fingertips up and drawing them to the wall behind you, hinging back up. Lovely. And we'll rotate forward, bring our arms overhead. Inhale, exhale. Step your feet together, give everything a little shake. We'll do that same little reset we did earlier. So bringing your arms up overhead, inhale, exhale, sit to chair pose. Do that again at your own pace. Good. Last one. Good. Lovely. Good. Bring your arms out to the side. And this time, step your feet together comfortably. And just check in with how that feels. We'll practice a tree pose next. So just keep your hips level. We'll shift the weight over to the left foot. Bend your right knee so you can feel your leg in kind of in the center of your body. Knee turns out to the side, and then bring the sole of your right foot onto your inner leg. That can be on with your toes brushing the floor, maybe up on your calf. You might lift it above the knee joint onto your calf muscle. Just see how that feels. Option to bring your arms up overhead. So just notice where that's comfortable. If you do have your fingertips touching overhead, you can start to almost lengthen your fingers to the ceiling and feel your sides grow. Or maybe you like to have that same option, like your arms are in a V and they're trying to touch the places where the ceiling meets the walls. Good. So one more breath here, and then when you're ready, slowly coming out of your mountain pose, or sorry, out of your tree pose, and give everything a little shake. Okay, great. From mountain pose, standing comfortably, just take a moment, scan right side to left, notice how it feels. Then we'll do the other side. Shift the weight over to the right leg, left knee bends, out to the side, See where you'd like to place the bottom of your foot, and where would your arms like to be on this side. Like that sense of lengthening fingers and top of your head upwards. Just notice the breath. Is it at ease? Good. 2 more breaths here. Good. Lovely. And then when you're ready, slowly exhale. Relax arms. Bring your leg forward, your knee forward, and you can give everything a little shake. Okay. Lovely. So we're going to do the same sequence we were practicing earlier with our feet hip width apart to start. Good. Step your right leg back comfortably. Good. Bring your arms out to the side. Slowly bend your elbows, left elbow on top of right, back of your hands touch. Fingers, you might bring your fingers into further bind. Gently bend your left knee. Slowly hinge forward and straighten your leg. And do that again twice more. Bend your knee hinging forward, slowly straightening as you come upright. Last one here. Good. Lovely. Undo your arms. Bring your arms overhead, bending your left knee. Come through your warrior one. See if you'd like to gaze upwards. Good. Then coming back upright, lift your right heel off the floor. Step fully onto your left foot. Come for your little balance here. Options to straighten your left leg. Bring your toes down at any time, but you might continue to hinge forward. See where you'd like to place your arms comfortably. Little balance here. Then when you're ready, slowly hinging back up. Good. Keep your right foot as it is off the floor. Bend your knee, turn your knee out to the side, and we'll come to our tree pose here. So you're standing on the left leg with your right knee out to the side. Good. Lovely. Then bring your knee forward. Relax your arms down. Step your right leg back again. Interlace your fingers behind you. See if you'd like to stay there. You might rotate through your shoulders if you want to come in deeper, and you might start to lengthen your knuckles to the floor. Good. Keep both legs long. Inhale here, hips facing forward evenly. Exhale, hinge forward. Good. Bringing your breastbone forward. You can check in how close would you like your chin to your chest, just coming towards a forward folded position. So just stop here at any range that feels comfortable, so you don't have to bring your chest all the way towards your leg. Just stop wherever that feels right for your body. Good. One more breath here. Then push your feet, hinge upwards, like the top of your head is lengthening towards the ceiling. Undo your fingers. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Step your feet together. And give everything a little shake. Good. So we'll do the same sequence on the other side. So from your hip width stance, step your left foot comfortably back. Inhale, arms up, open out to the side. Exhale, bend your elbows, right elbow on top of left this time. Back of your hands touch. Maybe there's that additional bind. Inhale here, exhale, bend your right knee. You can make little adjustments to the width of your feet. Inhale, again, the leg straightens. Exhale, perhaps you lean forward a little bit with the bend of your knee. Good. Once more. Right knee bends, hinging forward, slowly coming up. Legs stay as they are. Undo your arms. Inhale, both arms overhead. Width of your shoulders. Exhale, right knee bends. Seeing your warrior one, maybe you look upwards. You can create a little sense of a upper back bend if that's comfortable. One more breath here. Lovely. Arms stay overhead. Just start to straighten your right leg. Lift your left heel off the floor. Transfer the weight onto your right foot. Little warrior three balance. You might be here. You can continue to hinge forward. Stop at any point. Stop wherever your arms would like to be. Good. Little sense of balance here. Lovely. When you're ready, slowly hinge back up. Keep your left foot lifted. Bend your left knee, turn it out to the side, come to your tree pose on your left. See how that feels for you. Good. One more breath here. Lovely. And gently relax your arms. Bring your knee forward. Step your left foot comfortably back. Good. Your body's long. Reach your fingers behind you. You might bend your elbows and just rest your hands on your lower back or interlace fingers. Option to come to that deeper by lengthening your knuckles away. Inhale here, exhale, hinge forward, lead with your breastbone, stop at any point here, coming to our pyramid pose. Just come into that at your own pace, as much as feels comfortable. Good. One more breath here. Ready to push through your feet, hinge back up. Good. When you're upright, bring arms overhead, exhale, step your feet together. You can give everything a little shake. Good. So just extending comfortably. You can either have your feet hip width apart or feet next to each other. Just see which one you prefer. Good. Shoulders over your hips. Inhale, arms up overhead. Palms touch. Lengthen your fingers up to the ceiling. And we'll take a side bend to the left to start. Exhale, side bend. Good. You might feel your hips come over to the right. Back to center. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, side bend to the other side. Perhaps it's your right. Good. Back to center. Okay, just widen the space between your arms, about shoulder width apart. Inhale here, navel's engaged. Exhale, hinge forward. So you're coming to a right angle pose. So to do that, stop at any point. Then at maximum, you'd have your chest parallel to the floor. So you're kind of creating a right angle between your upper body and your legs. Good. Lovely. And then we'll come to a forward folded position. So a little bend in your knees. Relax your fingertips to the floor. You might have your chest towards your legs. Good. Just come into your forward fold wherever that's comfortable. Hands on your legs or towards the floor. Good. And then draw your navel inward and fold your spine up to standing. Bring your head up last. Good. Lovely. We'll do that same sequence again, just starting with a side bend to the right. So inhale, arms up, palms touch. Lengthen upwards. Exhale, side bend right. Come into that as much as feels comfortable. Think about keeping your hips evenly facing forward. Back to center. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, side bend left. At your own pace. Good. Back to center, arms shoulder width, inhale, exhale, hinge forward to your right angle pose. Just stop wherever that's comfortable. You can bring your hands to your legs as you slowly come to forward fold, wherever that's comfortable. Good. One more breath here. And gently uncurl your spine, little micro bend in your knees, drawing your navel inward, coming up back up to standing. Good, lovely. And then we'll come to turn our toes out to the side, coming to a little squat position. So just see how much would you like to turn your toes out to the side? Is that comfortable? Good, so we'll place our hands in front of our heart. Think about breathing from your navel as you inhale. In its origin, it rises up to your heart, and as you exhale, relaxing the breath from your heart downwards to your navel, like a little pathway. Good. One more breath like that again. And then with your next exhalation, just think about bending your knees. We'll come to a little squat position. Stop wherever that's comfortable. So you might stay here with your bottom away from the ground, or you might come with your bottom closer to the floor. Good, so just stop wherever that's comfortable. Good, so then very slowly start to rotate towards the left side. See if that's comfortable. If you want more, you can start to open your arms out away from your body. So that's fine to do that wherever that's comfortable in your squat position. Good, and just see if that's comfortable. You might turn your head to look up towards your fingertips. Good, and then we'll gently bring our hands back in front of our breastbone, rotate through center, and do the other side. So rotate, maybe you'd like to stay there, option to bring your arms out to this, into that straight line. Good. One more breath here, lovely. Hands together, rotate back to center, then come to all fours on your hands and knees. Good, just check in with how that feels. We're going to do a little reach of our right fingertips to the front of the mat, left toes reach behind you, stay if that's comfortable. Option to bring just arm or just leg or both away from the ground, reaching away. Lovely. And slowly lower arm and leg. Think about keeping a long spine and neck. Navel's engaged. Other side. So left fingertips to the front, right toes behind. You might do just arm or leg. You can lift just arm or leg, or you might lift both. Long neck and spine. You can look down at your thumbs to maintain that sense of length. Good. And then gently lower down. Lovely. Good, so from here, reach your right arm out to the side, come your left and your right leg behind you. And rotate from your thigh to turn your right leg, your right thigh out to the side so you can rest the sole of your right foot on the floor. Good, so right arms out to the side, rotate, stop wherever that's comfortable. You might at maximum have your fingers extend up to the ceiling. Stay here if that feels comfortable. You can rotate down at any time if that feels more better. If you'd like to challenge your balance a little, you can lift your right leg straight up to the ceiling. It can be just a little inch or two, or you can lift it higher. If you want to come into that deeper to challenge your balance, you can bend your right knee and start to bring your right fingertips towards your right ankle or towards the top of your foot. See if that's comfortable. If you want more, you can push your foot into your hands. You can feel that rotation through your shoulder. Good. Just avoid any discomfort or rotation in your knee. Good. One more breath here. Lovely. And gently relax hold of your foot. Rotate back to center, and then we'll do the other side. So your left leg extends behind you, bottom of your foot down, knees pointing away from you. Reach your left arm out to the side, slowly rotate. Stop wherever that's comfortable. At maximum, fingers to the ceiling. If you want more, maybe lift your leg off the floor a few inches. You can bring it down at any time. If you want more from here, maybe you bend your knee. You can also bring your foot to your ankle or the top of your hand to the top of your foot or your ankle. And if you want more, you can push through your foot further into your hands. You can feel that rotation through your shoulder. Good. Option to gaze up towards the ceiling to challenge your balance. Lovely. And then when you're ready, relax, hold, rotate slowly back. We'll come to a child's pose to relax our back. If you feel tension at all in your back, you might widen the space between your knees and have your toes touch. And then just very slowly start to bring your bottom to your heels and relax your upper body down. So just stop wherever that's comfortable. You can bring your forehead to rest on your fist or two or on the ground and just see how that feels. If you don't have your knees wide and you might bring your arms either side of your feet or even rest your hands on your lower back or interlace your fingers. Without bringing tension to your shoulders, you can extend your arms further away. So just come into that wherever that's comfortable for your child's pose, wherever your hands would like to be. Good. So one more round of breath here. Lovely. And then very slowly, you can bring your hands back to the floor, uncurl your spine, gently unhinge. Lovely. We'll come to sit on our bottom with our knees bent. Just check in with how that feels. Hold your shins, lengthen the top of your head up so you can feel the sitting bones contact with the ground. Good, we'll open our right leg out to the side and straighten your left leg straight from your hip space. See where you'd like to place the bottom of your right foot, so that might be near your calf muscle or higher up, almost like a tree pose, seated. Good, connect again with your sitting bones. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold here from your hip space. You keep a long spine and your breastbone starts to come forward. So just stop at any point. You can rest your hands anywhere on the floor or on your foot. You're welcome to come into that deeper. If that's uncomfortable, you can find a little bend here in your straight leg, your left knee. Good, so just stay in that for a moment. See how it feels. Good, lovely. And then we're going to bring our hands so they're both on the inside edge of our straight leg. And just very slowly start to walk your hands just light. Diagonal away from your body, kind of like at a 30 or 45 degree angle. It doesn't matter where your hands are that you do this. Just come there for a little side bend, but anchor through your sitting bones. Good. And then when you're ready, walk your hands back. So your hips are evenly facing forward. And you can either reach your fingers long and away to hinge up, or if you prefer, you might unroll your spine to come up. Good, lovely. And open your arms out to the side. We'll bring our knee upright. Straighten your leg and just reverse to the other side. So other knee bends, left perhaps, hold onto your shin. You can feel that long spine. Knee comes out to the side. Place it wherever it's comfortable. And if it does feel uncomfortable at all, you can either sit both of your hips on the block, or you might even place something underneath your knee here. Good. So same again. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hinge forward, folding from your hip space. Maintain that long spine. Rest your hands wherever that's comfortable. Come into that as deeply as feels comfortable for you. So no pressure. Maybe you like to have that bend in your knee to keep that long spine. Good. One more breath here. Lovely. And then bring your right arm on the inside. So both hands are inside of your leg. Walk your hands back to the side about 30 or 45 degrees. Again, just come into that as much as feels comfortable. Maybe when you walk your hands over, you want to be in the position a bit less, or you might come into it deeper. So just check in with what feels right for you. Good. One more breath here. Then walk your hands back. So your hips are evenly facing forward, either reaching, hinging up, or unrolling your spine. See what you prefer. Relax your arms open. Good. Bend both knees. Place your feet next to each other. Hold onto your shins so you can lengthen your spine up. Then butterfly your knees open. Bottoms of your feet touch. You can see how close you'd like your feet to be to your body. Option to stay here, lengthening your spine long. You might lean back. If you want to come into that deeper, hinge forward so your spine is upright. If you want deeper from there, maybe you bring your breastbone forward towards your feet. Stop wherever that's comfortable so you still feel that sense of hinging from your hip space. If you want to make this deeper and you're folded forward, you might think about bringing the little toe side of your feet to draw inwards, or you can even start to open the bottoms of your feet up towards the ceiling like you're reading a book on the bottom of your feet. Good. One more breath here. Just come into that as much as feels comfortable, avoiding any tension, just easing your body. Lovely. And when you're ready, again, that same sense of lengthening the top of your head up, hinging up. Bring your knees towards each other. You might use your hands to support your knees. Step your feet a little bit wider, keeping your knees bent. And you can lean back here with your fingertips out to the side. And just start to kind of rock your knees side to side. So it feels like the weight's kind of transferring from the outside edge of one foot to the inside edge. Good. And you can do that over the wider range by bringing your feet closer to your body. So just see if it feels comfortable for you. Good. Lovely. And then we'll just take a moment. You can either lay on your back or come to a seated position. See what feels preferable for you. And just check in with your breath. Maybe your hands are on, one on your belly, one on your heart, your arms out to the side, your legs straight. And just take a moment now, laying down or seated, to check in with your breath. Notice the flow of your inhalation. Perhaps your belly rises and fills and reaches the breath past your rib cage to your heart. When you exhale, let go, relax. Any tension from your arms, your legs, your feet. And you might imagine you're breathing into your back body. Just let go of any tension. Just feel the flow of your breath. Feel any changes from the start of your practice on your feet, your arms, your legs, your muscles. Good. You're welcome to stay here longer in your relaxation. And when you do come out, just very slowly start to sense your body, wiggle your fingers and toes. So I'll leave you here now. But thank you for practicing Flo Yoga with me today. And hope you have a great rest of your day. Feel free to check out the other videos on the Essex Sport YouTube page or on Facebook, and send us a message if you have any questions. Thank you.